Hello everyone, CaddywhumpusGamer here, bringing you another episode of Minecraft Awakening. I am back. My world is fixed. Alright, I want to say special thanks to Shadowwake. He said go ahead, send me the world. I'll look at it, try and figure out what it is wrong with it. Then I was having problems trying to upload it to Dropbox or one of those other file sharing things. And MC Ninja TNT on the forums, or not the forums, the Discord, suggested trying Google Drive and then sharing it with Shadowwake that way. So I was able to do that and get him the world for him to check out. Alright, so the verdict, what was wrong with the world? He said it was throwing an error that had something to do with my Infusion Altar. Or Runic Altar. Alright, so my Runic Altar was right here for the screenshot from when I did the Enchanted Grass episode. So for some reason, and let me run over here real quick. Is this done spitting out items? I think it is. Alright, so a quick flip of the lever like that resets my portal. Alright, so it was just sitting here with the items in it for me taking the screenshot, and I didn't do anything. And that's one of the reasons I didn't want to just roll back a week. Not only would I lose a lot of progress and have to go through stuff again, but I was afraid that my world would corrupt again because I didn't know what was actually causing it. Alright, so that is figured out now and it's removed and everything seems to be working. So I'm not sure if maybe like something died and an invalid item got pulled into it or something, or what, or if it was just a random glitch. But I did remove the Runic Altar. I am going to still use it to make Enchanted Grass. I just want to make sure I break it afterwards. Now this is normal right here, which is weird. Sometimes my the visual part of the chunks doesn't load in, but they're actually there, so that's kind of weird. Oh yeah, I stabilized my Infusion Altar. So basically, I just wanted to give you guys an update. I am going to put my Discord link in the description of all my videos now. So that way, if you want to join my Discord channel, you can go ahead, click on the link, and join the channel. Alright, that way you can kind of, you know, if something like this happens again, you can kind of keep up to date with what's going on and where I am in the process of fixing things. Alright, so check this out. My Infusion Altar now, I was making, let's see, let's get the pasture seeds. So basically, I'm just going to go through and show a bunch of random things in today's episode. So if I put this pasture seed here, I have these hoppers feeding, what is this stuff? Prismarine shards into these pedestals. And for some reason, whenever I open this, and whenever I close it, it spits out one Prismarine shard when I open it and one when I close it. So that's like super weird. But anyway, if I start this, look on the right hand side. You see where it says Runic Matrix? When I click on this, instability negative 247. And look at what happens to the thing in the middle. It like goes way out now. So I'm thinking that's a result of having so much negative instability. So negative instability equals stability. Alright, so this thing is like super stable now because I added tons of the tormented Enderman heads down below. Look at that. So that is super crazy. Now there is an opening in the center, and I do have this here because I was making a bunch of those. Which ones are they? They're not infused, are they? Oh yeah, they are. The infused pasture seeds. So what I did was I just put a chest here that I can access from up there. I put a bunch of pasture seeds in it. Alright, I filled those two chests with Prismarine shards to put them on either side. And then what I did was export on green and filter. It'll only take pasture seeds out of here and it'll put them in here. This is filtered so that it will only remove the infused pasture seeds and they go back into this chest. So basically it just, whenever there's one of the infused pasture seeds, it pulls it out, replaces it with a pasture seed. Alright, so that's one thing that I've changed. Now, I do have to make things that are going to make lots of singularities, just because making them one at a time like this is not going to cut it. So I am going to work on a design probably tonight for doing the better singularity crafting. Wow. I've been out of the game for like, what is it, 8-9 days? I'm like, it was a little bit hard to get back into it. I've been playing a lot of No Man's Sky. We got the No Man's Sky next update that is like a whole new game, and I am enjoying it a lot. Like, I like the original version. I was a little disappointed at the price, but it was a halfway decent game, and then it gets boring after a while, and then they do an update, and I try it out. But like, the newest version is like really great, and that reminds me, how many clay singularities do I have? 104,000 clay singularities. Alright, I can probably go ahead and turn that off. I might as well leave it on just to make sure I have enough. Alright, so what's some other things that I did? The vat, I used that before. I showed that. Let's see, I have these set up, which I was working on a setup here, and then I ended up not using it. Oh yeah, that's right. When I was showing some of the tips and tricks and things that I've learned, I did the arcane bore here, and I put down the arcane lamp on the base like this, and I never did show. This is how it lights up, because I went and did other stuff and forgot to come back. So there is a little bit of optical stuff, but this is just, as soon as you get a block update, this will disappear, these little lighting glitches, but this is lit up and nothing will spawn in here. I know stuff's not supposed to spawn on bedrock, but it shouldn't. Even if I were to bore a hole like this in the middle of the world height, it should not. I say middle of the world height. Okay, let me just run out here so I can actually show what I'm saying. If I was to use the bore up here and bore a hole in here, it would be lit up enough so mobs would not spawn. It uses the arcane lamps put out like these invisible light source blocks, and it uses those to light up the tunnels. Okay, so what else am I working on? I went ahead and I added this in. And you might be looking at it going, what in the world is that? Okay, so basically this setup, what it does is this ME interface keeps one stack of Gaia Essence and a whole bunch of Ghastly Souls. Alright, this one has nothing but Ghastly Souls. And then I set it so that it will always keep one stack of the Gaia Essence and a bunch of the Ghastly Souls. Alright, and I needed 2 interfaces in order to pump this through fairly fast. Now, if you open this up, it looks like it's doing nothing but eating items. And you're like, what? But if you look, I'm actually outputting from the bottom. So if I were to turn this off and open this, that's how fast it's crafting. Alright, and I need the Gaia Spirits because I should have grabbed one of those. Let me go ahead and grab one. I'll just grab some. Alright, so that's back to outputting. I'm going to need these to make the Gaia Spirit Ingots, because you need those to make the, let's see, get rid of that, the Infinity Catalyst. Okay, so we need 12 Gaia Spirit Ingots for every Infinity Catalyst. We need 11 of those for every Infinity Ingot, I believe, and we need 9,000 ingots. We actually need more than that because I need them for the lenses for the mining lasers. Alright, so we are going to use some for that. I did go ahead today, that's another thing I did. Let me see, am I done with this? Yeah, so basically, let's see, GAIA. I still have 142,000 Gaia Essence, and look at this. Look how fast it's using it. I think I had over 1 million, but I now have 130,000 Gaia Spirits. And, you know, you need 4 of those per thing. I'm going to have to grow Terra Steel and more Gaia Spirit things. I'll probably end up like 4 of these things just crafting, because I'm gonna have to have an insane amount. I forget, it's like millions. Millions of the ingots themselves. So you're talking, I'm probably gonna need at least 5 million Gaia spirits, which you stop and think about it, each one of those takes 8 Gaia essence. Yeah, we're talking like millions of that stuff that I have to grow. Neutronium will be slightly easier because we can get it with the, oops, let's open this. Let's see, focus. The black laser focus will allow us to get the pile of neutrons. Oh, there's only 3 pages. So yeah, it says 0%, but so I'm assuming that it's less than 1% and it rounds down, because you can get it with the black laser focus. And I think I figured if you power the thing fully, you'll get around 300 per hour or something like that. I forget. It's not an exact number. It's random and it varies. One of the things I did want to figure out is I was messing around with the design, and I may keep this design and may not. There is a little bit of a bug with the screens, or the data screens on this, because it says it's not outputting anything on here. And it says here that it's inputting and not outputting, and because what I was doing was, if I open this up, I can output 400,000 RF per tick out of these. Alright, conduits are limited to like 20,600 or 480, or let's see. Alright, they're limited to 20,480. Alright, so you need 50,000 RF to one of these things, so you actually have to use 3 conduits to input to this, or use a tesseract directly. The tesseract supposedly will transmit 1,000,000 RF according to the interface when you look in one of them. Actually, let's just, there we go. It says send and receive. Max input output is 1,000,000 RF per tick. Alright, so I technically, like, I want to make 50 laser drills. Alright, which means in order to power those 4 per thing, I'd need to make 200 tesseracts. Alright, and then I'm also going to have to label them different channels and stuff like that, and I'm like, what do I do? I had thought about just putting a mana star generator in the middle of this. I may still do that. I'm not sure. My other idea was to have these and bring the capacitors over to the center and putting one generator like in the center of a compact storage cube. I actually figured if I could do this footprint, this is, you got to count the bedrock, so 1, 2, 3, 4. I could do this footprint and I can stick 8 in the bottom of a compact machine, because you kind of stagger them and you can fit them in there. So yeah, I could fit quite a few in a compact machine, though I might want to do it looser so I have room to get in there and work. And then the chest itself, I can just output with a translocator and get the bedrock and the neutronium into an ender chest that would be underneath this one here. But I do know, like, this capacitor bank, I was looking at this thing and it's like, oh, it's only inputting, you know, 500 and something is outputting it, and I'm like, oh, well, you know, why isn't it doing so? Like, I'm adding more and more RTGs to it. And then I realized, oh, it's because it's full. So if I do this and like trash most of it, it's actually 1,364,000 RF per tick. So it's like a huge, huge amount. But this, I did the math. I forget how many this would power. But you need, what do you need? 100, I think you need 100 RTGs per laser, so you need like 400 RTGs per laser setup just to power these things. So I'm starting to think like nether star generators would be the way to go. Alright, I think that's... I'm pretty much out of time, so I think that's going to have to do it for today's episode. I do need to do a kitchen for cooking for blockheads. I watched a great tutorial on it, and I got to make some stuff for the quest, so I need to do an episode on that. I need to do the one on the automatic loot bag farm. That'll be a good one. Yeah, quite a few episodes that I need to work on. The prep time in between episodes can be a little hard. I did doing the N++ series, which I'm taking a break on that and going back to Minecraft for now, and then I might interchange between the two of them. I'm not sure. I do still want to post daily videos. It was nice doing the N++ because I recorded most of the episodes in one night, and then I just edited them every day, and it gave me a much needed break, because I'll spend anywhere from an hour to 5 hours a day trying to prep for an episode, so it is a lot of work. So I still have to get my schedule straightened out, but that is going to do it for today's episode. This is a little bit longer than usual, but I am back and I'm happy about that. Alright, hopefully you enjoyed today's episode. If you did, tell a friend, leave a like, and until next time, this is CaddywhumpusGamer signing off.